Hello everyone, and welcome back to Chasing the Zard. Today's going to be a little bit of a mishmash video. We have a few various products to open up. I think in total is going to be like 16-ish packs, not a crazy amount. But we are going to get a good amount of Black Star promos, fill in that binder a little bit. But let's start off with the first product. Alright, now this is probably the product that I've had the longest, that I've hadn't opened, or at least it's the oldest product currently of this opening today. What am I trying to say here? This is the oldest product I'm opening today. There we go, nice and simple. But it is the 2025 Trainers Toolkit. I'm sure they're going to put out another one next year for the 2026. Goes with one promo. Comes with a bunch of other cards that are great, trainers and stuff. 4 booster packs, some sleeves, guidebook, and the stuff you need to play the game. Let's crack it open. So we do have kind of interesting boxes. This is actually like the surprise boxes from Prismatic Evolutions. Very similar box concept. Alright, so we have... First off, we have that Squawkabilly EX Black Star promo. It's SVP 160. There's a bunch of other cards in here. We'll go through that in a little bit. We get 4 packs. We got Stellar Crown, Twilight Masquerade, and Temporal Forces. All decently solid sets. We have some green dice, which I'm guessing are unique to this box. Condition markers. Trainers Toolkit Deck Builder's Guide. Interesting. Not a bad thing for me to read through at some point. And we have some sleeves. These ones are actually kind of unique. You don't see a lot like these. So if you're collecting sleeves, wouldn't be a bad product to get. And I think these, they end up going cheap once you have the next year. So it gets 2026. So this will still be sitting around and they'll go down in price. All right, but let's look at the cards in here and pull out that Black Star promo. All right, so we have Squawkabilly EX. We get 2. I didn't know actually there were 2 in here. They're going to get a bunch of trainers, unsurprisingly. These are pretty useful trainers, typically. Ones that you would expect to have in your deck. Mainstays, Rare Candy is always very useful. Earthen Vessel, these are also kind of the more expensive ones. And one thing you will notice that these are the build-in battles. The rares are not actually hollow, unsurprisingly. Let's see what else we get in here. It looks like we have cards from up to at least Temporal Forces. I think that's a Twilight Masquerade, Paradox Rift, Tally Evolved. I think this looks like it went to at least Twilight Masquerade. I don't think we're going to see any Surging Sparks in here. Definitely not any Journey Together or Destined Rivals. But again, not a bunch of bad cards to have if you're in the competitive scene trying to build a deck. We do have a few Pokemon in here too, like Tatsugiri. I don't wonder why that one's in there randomly. Alright, we have... just more trainers. Not going to go through all these. I'm sure you're tired of watching by now. But it's a good stack of things to have. Alright, but now let's get into the packs, starting with Stellar Crown. And while I will be looking at products that I have released recently that I haven't opened, I did want to talk about what is upcoming in the TCG product-wise. So June 13th, this date just happened. We had the release of the Cynthia's Garchomp EX Premium Collection. We'll be opening that a little bit later. We also had, I think, the Mask of Ogerpon Premium Collection come out. Of the two, they're both a little overpriced. Neither one. So the Cynthia's Garchomp EX has the acrylic items again. I think the Ono Belly Bolt Premium Collection had, but the Mask of Ogerpon Premium Collection doesn't have any Black Star promos in there. It is just regular cards from the sets, so beware. We have Taurus Reverse, Reboot Reverse, and Argonacle EX, so starting off. Pack number 2. Alright, and then starting on June 27th, June 27th, we'll have the release of the delayed Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX box. At least this was delayed to here in the US. I don't know if it was delayed other places, but yeah, we have not, that one did not release with the other boxes last Friday. Last Friday. We have Mewtwo Reverse, Archaludon Reverse, and Rhyperior Regular Hollow on a Twilight Masquerade. Now, also on June 27th, we should finally see the long-awaited release of the Charizard EX Special Collection, which I think was originally supposed to come out in April. Very delayed. I hope it finally comes out. That will be the last Scarlet and Violet Charizard, because it's a Black Star promo. There actually weren't a lot of Charizards in Scarlet and Violet, but they did a lot of the same ones for some reason. We poop on it reverse. Oh! Man, I love these Trainers Toolkits. I got the Greninja EX SIR. Oh, that is the top pull from Twilight Masquerade. Ooh, let's get that sleeved, because they need to be protected. That one actually has maybe a little bottom heavy, but pretty good centering. Ooh, that's the top card. That's expensive card to drop. That's the top card of the opening. I don't think anyone's gonna beat that. That's just, it gets the spot now. Let's not even pretend. Ooh. Yeah, fun opening so far. I'm already really liking this toolkit. If they go cheap, I'll get some more. We have Temporal Forces. And then starting July 18th, we will see the release of Black Bolt White Flare. So we do get like a little bit of a... June's a little bit of a light month, since we did have Destined Rivals come out like very end of May 30th, I think, or 31st. 30 days in May, so 30th, I think. And then just a few scatter releases in June, and then July 18th. So halfway through July, we get Black Bolt White Flare. We get the ETBs, the Pokemon Center ETBs. And this is a split set, so most of these you get Black Bolt White Flare version. There's the binder collections for each. The poster collection is not split. And then there's also the mini tins, which I think in each one you get a pack of Black Bolt and White Flare, one each. So that's up to July. So it's not a lot going on in July except for that date where there's a lot of products coming out. We've Grubbin Reverse, Relicanth Reverse, and Orange Moon Regular Hollow. So I have 3 different products that have packs, and then 2 couples of products that don't have any packs. So the goal is to alternate and keep everything a little bit exciting. So now we're on to our packless products. We have 2 of the more recent EX battle decks. We have Miraidon EX and Victini EX. Again, I'm getting these. I got them cheap. These are just for the Black Star promos. But there could be some good cards inside. Again, if you're learning how to play, these are not a bad way to start. But pick something you like and then have fun with it. Alright, and these 2 tend to come with everything you need pretty much. We have the Miraidon EX Black Star promo. We have a small deck box, and it has a deck inside. Energies, various Pokemon. It will have trainers, of course. So I'll be, suited to work with this particular deck. These are pre-made decks, full 60 cards. So you're expected, like pre-release decks built in battles. Those are 40 card decks. These should be the full 60. And it has a little guide about how to play, what you can do during your turn. I think there's actually 2 things in here. The special conditions and all that. Has markers that you can punch out and use, although most people prefer to use the dice that you get in like ETBs and the Trainers Toolkit. A small advertisement for this set of battle decks. We have Victini and Miraidon. There is a quick start rules guide, which I can start carrying these around. This will probably be a pretty good thing to have because I half the time don't remember how to play. We have a portable paper playmat. And finally, there is a EX coin. Basically, all the battle decks have the same coin. And now let's pull the promo out of the Victini deck. And here's that Black Star promo. I'm not going to go through the whole deck again, it's just kind of the same contents. And now our next products with packs, we have the Lillie Premium Tournament Collection. Let's crack it open. This is one of the milk cartons. This one was actually kind of annoying to get because everything is right now, but I see they did redo how these are sealed, and this should hold much better than the Iono, Cyrus, Professor Juniper, and Clara ones. I think the Marnie one probably the same, but let's crack it open and see what we get. So right on top we got some exclusive dice. we have the Black Star promo Lily's Clefairy. They like going back to this weird Polaroid thing that they were doing for Journey Together stuff. There's some other stuff in here, so let's get those out. Alright, so we have the Lily's Clefairy X, and then we get the Lily's Pearl. Yep. This is a Cosmo Hollow Foil. And I think we get 3 of those. Alright, we get some sleeves. Okay, not terrible. And then we have the Dex box. There's also a coin of Lily. Then we have the deck box, which is typically just filled with the packs that you get. There's also condition markers in here. I think we do get 6 packs, and they are very nicely shoved in here. We get 2 Journey Together, Surging Sparks, Twilight Masquerade, Obsidian Flames, and Paldea Evolved. That's actually a pretty good spread. Okay, gonna start with the first Journey Together pack. Alright, so let's go on to August. So August 1st, we do have the Black Bolt White Flare text stickers. That's also split. There's 1 of each variant. Then we also have the Victini illustration collection. And that is almost it for Black Bolt White Flare. We have 1 more released later in the month. So I won't be surprised if there's later items just like Crown Zenith, because it's the last Scarlet Violet set. There's going to be more coming out after it's done. So don't worry, they'll do other things. We have Super Potion Reverse, Hop Silicobra Reverse, and Meowscarada Regular Hollow. Second pack of Journey Together. And moving on through August, they do have on August 9th the Venusaur EX and Blastoise EX Premium Collection. This really seems like a counterpart to the Blooming Waters collection, or Blooming Waters Premium Collection, except that it's not 151, it's just going to be a mix of different sets, non-special sets, and both cards are stamped versions of the EXs from Stellar Crown, it looks like. So nothing too crazy, but looks like a decent display piece, and I guess if it's at like wholesale clubs, it might actually be decently affordable for the number of packs. I don't know if it's coming in there, or if it's coming from like the regular stores, we'll find out soon. We have Butterfree Reverse, Iris's Fighting Spirit Reverse, and Paldean Clodsire EX. Now into Surging Sparks. As we get to August 22nd, the last releases we'll see in that month are the Black Bolt White Flare booster bundles. Again, this is a special set, so there are no booster boxes. This will be the best way to get just straight packs. It'll be the most affordable. Hopefully they print a lot of it, but it's basically like a month after the set is actually released. So I'm hoping they print into the ground. There's a lot available. And then there's also the 2025 holiday calendar. I felt like, I might be wrong, I felt like last year it released in like October. But I might just be mistaken, it was August. Like maybe I got it in October, I can't remember. But we have Vivian Reverse, Callbell Reverse, and Pikachu EX. I pulled this one before. I would like to get the full art at some point, and also obviously the SIR. Now on to Twilight Masquerade. Well, I just had a great opening of this set, so I don't expect that to get matched, but we'll see what happens. So the last release we know about coming up, set in stone, is September 26th. Obviously, there'll probably be something else in early September, probably. But it's the Prismatic Evolutions Premium Figure Collection. Yes, that set's not yet done. Don't know what's in it yet. We don't have any product pictures. Expect figures of evolutions. Wouldn't be surprised. That's kind of what their thing is for that set. But yeah, that's all we know about for the immediate future. And then I think we have a set release in July, August, September, maybe early October. We get the first mega set. I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing here. We have Tadpole Reverse, Chimecho Reverse, and Teal Mask Ogerpon EX. Actually getting a lot of hits from these boxes. On to Paldea Evolved. Yeah, so that's what's coming up in the immediate future. So obviously the last Scarlet Violet set will be Black Bolt White Flare. Then we're into Megas, and it's already been rumored that there's a Mega Inferno set which will have Mega Charizard. So that will be A lot of fun, hopefully. Hopefully the market is cooled down by then. It's actually affordable for me to get a bunch of it and rip it open, just try and get those Charizards. We have Rockruff Reverse. Dendra Special Illustration Rare. Oh yeah, I think I already had this one, but happy to pull it. And Baxcalibur Regular Holo. It's always interesting when you get a multiple SIR opening, but when you get random packs from different boxes, it can happen. But on to Obsidian Flames, our last pack of this product. And I guess since I'm going to talk about what's releasing, I can talk about this actual set. So obviously this is the first Charizard set of Scarlet and Violet. Actually, it's the only Charizard set, because I feel like 151's enough on its own. But Bidane Fates had a lot of stuff. Like, the biggest hit was Charizard, but there's also the Bubble Mew, there's the Gardevoir. This was like the only like main Charizard set. Was it a Pikachu set, the Evolution set? So it feels kind of even. A little bit better than Sword and Shield. That had, I feel like that had multiple Charizard sets. But still a ton I need to pull from this. There are the 4 different Charizards. The regular EX, which is very useful in the meta, but only has about a year left to live. Unless Paladin Fates has a different regulation letter. There's the Full Art, the Gold, and the SIR. I have pulled the regular EX a ton of times, and the Gold. I still need another Full Art and another SIR. So hopefully pull those again someday. We have Rhyme Reverse, Togepi Reverse, and Trantar EX. That's a lot of hits out of this box. Alright, now we're to our next no-pack products. We have the most recent Rival Battle Decks to release, and gotta show you this. This is how it arrived from FedEx. Thank you. So luckily the damage seems to be just this one. Steven's Metagross EX. It's a little bent there. The Black Star promo is still in okay condition, luckily. Actually, I take that back. This one's a little bent too. But I've actually already pulled this from my regular set, so these could just be exclusively for a deck. I'll probably try to flatten them and see if they're all right. But yeah, this is bent too. But I mean, I'm never gonna use this. And we have a little guide to the Rival Battle decks. Goes over Marnie's and Steven's, and this is a playmat, technically. Then we have the deck itself. And this is pretty basic. It has Pokemon energies, trainers, of course, all suited towards the Steven's Metagross EX deck. So you're gonna have Steven's Beldum, what's the middle evolution? This Beldum Metang, there we go. And anything that can be used with it. Obviously, this seems to be a Metal and Psychic deck. You'll see all of those in there. A lot of good useful trainers too, always good to have. Now we also have the Marnie Rival Battle deck, which did arrive in much better condition. Oh, there's also a coin from the Steven's Beldum deck that I dropped out. I didn't notice. Going through Marnie stuff, the first thing, we have the coin, obviously. We have the Black Star promo, Marnie's Morpeko. We have the Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX. We got 2 of them. This is a card in Destined Rivals. Same with the Steven's Metagross EX. Then we have the deck. I'm not going to go through this one. I've shown you like 3 decks so far. But now to the last full product we're opening today. We have the Cynthia's Garchomp Premium Collection. This is just one that just released on June 13th. I actually got a pre-order in for once, so let's crack it open. I swear for recent products they've updated to like the absolute strongest glue they can find. But here are the Black Star promos. We have Cynthia's Garchomp EX. That is actually the only promo in here. We do have Cosmo Holofoil versions. Actually no, these are just regular Holofoil, looks like, not Cosmo. Of Cynthia's Gibble and Cynthia's Goodbye. Actually maybe they are Cosmo and I just can't see it in this light. Oh, yeah, very faintly I can see it. Never mind, these are Cosmo Holofoils. And now before we get into the packs, we do have another acrylic item, which, and the Polaroid. Who wouldn't want that? But yeah, I was not a big fan of this for the Ono's Belly Vault collection. Like, I don't get what the target audience is. Again, if it's for kids, I don't see how most kids would play with this. It's like a display. Doesn't make sense to me. I'm sure I'll get some hate in the comments for this. I did last time. And if I'm an adult, I'd rather just have like a figure, like a cool like figure of Cynthia and Garchomp. Like, you know, that'd be better. I think a better use of the resources. But yeah, not gonna plug all these in. But you know, if you want to see me in the other video, it'll be linked in the description. You can check out the Yono's Belly Bowl one. Now we do get 6 packs. We get 2 packs of Destined Rivals, 1 Journey Together, 2 Paradox Rift, and actually a 3rd Paradox Rift. They must have a lot of this sitting around the factory. Alright, we'll start with Paradox Rift and go back through in reverse order, because why not? I can't remember, but I think this was 2023, yes. So this was the set after 151, before Paldean Fates. So they started with the Paradox Pokemon. So no Ace specs in here, but obviously Roaring Moon, I think Iron Valiant are the main pulls of this set. I've not pulled the SIR of either of those, so great to pull them today. Although we've got 2 SIRs, so that's getting greedy. But hopefully we can get something good in this box. We have Haunted Reverse, Blitzle Reverse, and Aegislash Regular Holo. Realizing now that I had a little bit of audio mishap by recording software logged out was a disaster. But shouldn't have lost too much time and too much bad audio in there. But now that we're ready to open the packs, I think we already opened 1 Paradox Rift. Let's get into our 2nd pack of Paradox Rift. I distracted myself because I was trying to look at this set and see what is new in here, and then I forgot to pull that back up after the incident. So hopefully didn't lose too much. We have, let's just go through the cards. We have Blustle, Tandemaus, Vanillux, Defiance Vest, Veluza, Charcadet Reverse, Mienshao Reverse, and Volcanion Regular Holo. Alright, our last pack of Paradox Rift. I kind of forgotten, but Roaring Moon and Iron Valiant are not the top cards of the set. They were initially, but the Groudon Illustration Rare, I forgot, is still the top card. Second is the Altaria EX, which I think is one of the prettiest cards released in Scarlet and Violet. I just love things flying through the air. So I'd hope to pull that one. Actually, I like the one over the Groudon. But yeah, they also have the Garchomp EX. This is the Goldango EX. And then the Steelix Illustration Rare. But yeah, Illustration Rares are expensive in this set. We have Onix Reverse, Zubat Reverse, and Garganacl Regular Holo. So no hits from Paradox Rift. Now to our lone pack of this opening of Journey Together. Actually, no, we did 1 other pack of Journey Together, I think, or 2. Oh yeah, there were 2 in the Lily's box. So our 3rd overall pack of Journey Together. This is, of course, the 2nd most recent set was Destined Rivals in this one, Prismatic, Surging Sparks. But the ones I'm still looking for in here are the Enzor Special Illustration Rare. I have pulled Hops, Zacian, and Lily's Clefairy. I think there's a Marnie's, is it Bellabolt EX SIR in here too? And then there are some IRs I also want to pull. We'll get those in a different opening. We have Beldum Reverse, Cramorant Reverse, and Yaskarada Regular Holo. Now on to Destined Rivals. Alright, so we have done a big opening of this recently when it first released. We also did pre-release, that's all in one video bundled together. Because I was really bad about getting that pre-release video out. But the top card in this set, and what we actually want to pull, is Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX. That's followed by Cynthia's Garchomp, then Ethan's Ho-Oh, but the next one I actually want to pull, the one I want to pull the most, is the Team Rocket's Moltres EX. Great looking card, love it, definitely want to pull it. And also the Nidoking, I love Nidoran line. I always have, not particularly useful in any of my playthroughs of the game, but yeah, I really want to pull that Nidoking EX SIR. We have Miraidon Reverse, Steven's Balto Reverse, and Team Rocket's Moltres EX, alright. So, this is one I definitely have not pulled yet. Do want it though. Also nice to finally get a pull from this box. It was getting kind of dour. Then we have our last pack of this opening before we go to the Black Star promo binder. Customary flip, let's see what we get. Alright, now in terms of illustration rares for this set, there's a few I'd like to pull. Obviously the top one is anything Misty, so Misty Psyduck. Missy's Lapras. I would like to pull the Lapras, actually. That looks pretty good. I'm trying to remember what else is in this set. What a mini. Oh, there was the Team Rocket's Meowth. There is Blaziken. Blaziken look kind of okay, but I like the regular art better. This Kangaskhan. But yeah, I think that was pretty much it for illustration rares. A lot of what I want to pull in this set is the special illustration rares. We have Ethan Squealava reverse, Misty Starmie reverse, and Team Rocket Sneasel. So only one hit in that box, but the other boxes were pretty good. Now we did get 6 different Black Star promos to put in the binder. With that said, I have got a few more that we're going to put in. First off, we got another copy of the Charizard EX from the was it Special Premium Collection? I can't remember which one. The Premium Collection. The one with the statue. I'm not buying that statue again. But I have one other copy of the card for my Black Star promo binder. The other one will be with my collection of Charizards. We also have these two, the Oddish, which is SVP 102, and the Pikachu, which is SVP 101. These are the ones you got through doing like League play last year, I think, or the year before. I did not get the chance to do League play, so I did want to pick up these promos before they got impossible to find. And this puts us at 9 cards to fill in the binder. And no, I have not yet figured out a better way to do this, but I do know that we're starting at 101, I believe. But if you want to see what's currently in the binder, we have a lot of the first cards to come out. I think I'm missing one promo from the Paldea Evolved build-in battles, which I have some more, so we're opening. This is, I think, Paradise Resorts. That'll be unobtainable. All those will be. So you have to play in Worlds to get those. I think you have to advance a good distance too. There's a lot of, the build and battle promos missing. And then a few other of these, I'm not sure what they are. I'll have to figure that out later. But we are at card number 100. So this Pikachu is 101. If I can actually get it in there. This Oddish is 102. I think what we have here, these missing spots, there's a bunch, are actually from the Battle Academy. I do have all the Pokemon Center Black Star promos from the ETBs as well. Here we have 142. I'm knocking down my entire desk setup right now. 143. 160. Squawkabilly. And then the Charizard EX is 161. Then I believe we're at the 190s for Lillie's Clefairy EX. Yep, 195. Not sure what 196 is. I do know there are some gaps when you start getting up this high. Stuff that either isn't released yet, got canceled, or whatnot. But that is 203. And then 405. Here's Marnie's Morpeko, 206. And Steven's Beldum is 207. Alright, that does it for this opening. We did end up getting, I think, 8 hits out of like 16 packs. That's amazing. That's 1 out of every 2. To get some really big hits, we filled out the Black Star promo binder. But yeah, if you like the video, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you've opened any of these products recently, if you have any of the newer products coming pre-ordered, and I'll see you on the next video.